Hello everyone, this is Jia, part of Team 25. Today we are going to present the paper Virtual Body Swap. I will start with a brief introduction. First of all, what is virtual reality? It is a simulation of three-dimensional image or environment that can be interacted with in a clearly real or physical way by a person using special electronic equipment. Coming to the virtual body swap. Generally, virtual environment is created by an avatar or mannequin or a gaming character. But in this paper, they used a real body to create the virtual environment. Why? Because they observed higher levels of realism and involvement compared with the VR environment that does not contain the real body. For this experiment, they used a system called the machine to be another. This is the system that they used. Basically, the system works using a head mounted display. This is the head mounted display that they used that shows the perspective of the performer, like he is the performer, by mimicking the movements of the user. Here the performer holds the camera that represents the user's point of view. This is the entire system that they used. The working method, software, hardware, and the experiment results will be discussed by our team members. Thank you.
Article, let's have a look at the definition of presence. Presence is a feeling you think living in the world outside of your physical bodies. It is generated by technology. Presence is subject of many research fields, including medicine, psychology, military, philosophy. Approaches can be classified into two main categories for evaluating presence. One is objective and then subjective approach. Let's have a detailed look at the evaluation of presence. Objective approach use physiological measure to quantify presence, such as change in your skin, blood pressure, heart rate, muscle tension. Subjective approach in turn use a survey method such as presence questionnaire. In subjective approach, participants are asked to carry out a task in virtual environment and then answer a questionnaire. For example, 1 means no presence and 7 means complete presence. There's two main categories for evaluation of presence. Scientists are working on a combination of objective and subjective approach.
Hello everyone, I am Sudra Junaid and I am going to discuss the architecture of the overall system. What hardware and software components are used and how they interact with each other. The objective of the research group B Another Lab is to create a low budget system for body swapping. The system also uses multi-sensory stimuli so the participant can get realistic experience of overall experiment. The two important components of system are head mounted that reveals the performer mimicking acts and the second is audio system that plays the narrative of performer about the object. The overall hardware of system is divided into three parts: user, performer and control system. The user set contain HMD Oculus Rift DK2, which is a VR headset developed by Oculus VR. It has a stereoscopic OLED display, 1080 by 1200 resolution per eye and 90 Hz refresh rate and 110 field view. The performer set has camera oriented controller which has servo engine to control the movement of webcam and Arduino which controls servo engines. The software of this system is built on Open Framework OFX version 0.7.4. That software able to invoke audio files which contain instructions and narrative of performer by pressing computer number keys. This is the overall architecture of the system. This figure depicts that the system flow among user, performer, and controller. The direction of the arrows shows signal. The control system has tracking receiver, camera input output software, which is attached with Arduino controller software. Control system is connected with user Oculus Rift plus infrared tracking along with headphones through USB and HDMI signals and audio signals. Similarly, the control signal also connected with performer, Arduino plus servo motors and camera through USB signals. The protocol of interaction among system element has participant must have HMD and headphones, and they received audio instructions so they can get the knowledge of environment and movement of performer. Performer must follow participant movement carefully. An assistant is also involved in order to keep track the time of experiment.